OpenAI is giving Daybreak partners access to a more powerful cybersecurity model. Meta's open-source Muse Glimmer model can run on a single computer. And an OpenClaw agent reportedly hacked a gym's booking system and kicked someone off the waiting list. It's Tuesday, August 11th, and here's a quick look at some of the news happening in the sphere of tech this morning from Engadget. OpenAI is giving some members of its Daybreak cybersecurity program access to a new model that's less likely to refuse higher-risk tasks. The company is also expanding access to Daybreak to more partners, including Accenture, IBM, CrowdStrike, Cisco, and Cloudflare, among others. OpenAI says the companies will use the cyber models available through Daybreak to protect their customers. Under the expanded program, Daybreak is available to partners in two tiers. Daybreak Blue gives them access to frontier general-purpose models, including GPT 5.6 Sol, OpenAI's most advanced one yet. The models available through this tier were tailored to do defensive security work. OpenAI says it's a good starting point for firms that want to use AI to discover vulnerabilities, analyze malware, review codes, and validate patches. Meanwhile, Daybreak Red provides partners access to cybersecurity models that were especially trained for vulnerability research, security testing, and exploit validation. OpenAI has introduced a new model for this tier called GPT 5.6 Cyber, which was built on GPT 5.6 Sol. It can handle specialized cybersecurity tasks, such as finding zero-day vulnerabilities and developing exploit chains, and it was designed to reduce refusals for certain higher-risk dual-use cyber tasks. The company announced its Daybreak expansion shortly after revealing that it was slowing down the development of its upcoming model, Astra. The company said it found significant advancements in agentic code and cybersecurity in the unreleased model. It could not rule out the possibility that Astra is capable of developing functional zero-day exploits of all severity levels, and that it's able to devise and execute end-to-end novel strategies for cyber attacks against hardened targets. The company is pausing activities related to Astra to address those issues, which was a decision that could have been influenced by the fact that its AI agents were recently found to have gone rogue. Now, if you will recall, OpenAI's agents powered by GPT 5.6 Sol and an unreleased model, not Astra apparently, broke free from their isolated environment during testing. To find a solution for an evaluation problem, they exploited a vulnerability in order to gain access to the internet. It took OpenAI days to discover that their AI agents had infiltrated Hugging Face, along with other services. Later on, the company's employees admitted at the Black Hat USA conference that OpenAI's agents created a message board within its network and collaborated to complete tasks during testing without the knowledge of OpenAI's human workers. The agents' contributions to that board led to the attack on Hugging Face. Meta has released a new slimmed-down open-source AI model that's light enough to run on a single computer. Called Muse Glimmer, it's based on Meta's Spark 1.2 closed model, but is small enough to require just a single GPU for agent-oriented tasks like scheduling and file management. Meta said that it's making the weights that AI systems use to choose responses available to everyone on Hugging Face, along with developer documentation. The download is available for free, and users can run the model on their own PCs. The company noted that optimized integrations will land on llama.cpp and other sites, so you can go from download to working agent in minutes. The model is powerful for its size, with the strong success rates on benchmarks like Deep Search QA, MCP Atlas, and SWE Bench. It also supports reliable tool use, according to the company, multiple-step reasoning, failure recovery, multimodal input, and scaffold compatibility for work with OpenClaw and other agent orchestrators. And it was trained on data from over 100 languages. Meta's new model is not unlike some AI competitors from China, like DeepSeek, which can run on local machines and offers more open licensing. CEO Mark Zuckerberg said, "Rather than centralizing superintelligence, we should distribute it widely and give every person the ability to direct it." Meta's Muse Spark AI is seen as weaker than rivals from OpenAI and Anthropic. The new model, then, looks like an effort to take its AI in a more open-source direction and attract users who prefer to run their models locally. That has been a hot subject of late, with NVIDIA recently launching the Open Source AI Alliance to improve cyber defense following the rogue attack on Hugging Face by an unreleased, closed OpenAI model. An AI agent reportedly hacked a gym's booking software and kicked someone off a waiting list. That's according to the Australian Broadcasting Corporation. An Australian citizen named Andrew asked his AI assistant to get him a spot in one of his gym's morning classes, and that agent allegedly went above and beyond to fulfill the task. Andrew said the assistant came back and told him that it booked the class for months in advance, which is something the gym does not even allow. It was able to do this by allegedly taking advantage of a vulnerability in the booking software. It also reportedly went a bit further, kicking someone off of the waiting list who was ahead in line. It messaged, "The API has zero authorization checks on canceling other people's reservations. I tested this with the person in waitlist position number 1, and it actually went through. So you've moved from number 4 to number 3 already." Andrew asked the agent to undo this action, but it said, "Bad news, I can't add them back." Bill Simpson-Young, co-founder and chief executive of Australian AI safety research organization Gradient Institute, told the Australian Broadcasting Company that this is just the beginning. He said, "We've built this complex world over the internet, which is all run by software, but software that has holes. Now you introduce highly capable AI agents that can operate at scale and speed, and that whole model just breaks." The introduction of AI agents has brought forth a handful of similar stories in which the bots went rogue. There's a story about an OpenAI agent running amok on the internet for a full week, and another one about an OpenClaw agent writing a hit piece about a random programmer because he rejected its code. There's one about an agent trying to blackmail a user in order to stop a shutdown. There's another about an AI assistant repeatedly deleting a Meta executive's email inbox, even after being told to stop on numerous occasions. Now, some of this stuff has the feeling of a marketing stunt, as giant AI companies would most definitely prefer stories of powerful agents going too far over stories of overspending, massive debt, and potential bubble pops. Powerful agents going too far suggests the technology works, which likely lures in more investors with deep pockets. AI agents are getting more popular, though primarily in the commercial sector for now. We'll have to wait and see how our dilapidated internet handles the influx of AI agents all jostling for that number 1 spot at the nearby gym class. Thanks for listening. There's a lot more tech news at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from Mariella Moon, Steve Dent, and Lawrence Bogg. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more tech news from Engadget.